Hey everybody and welcome back to CuddlesRUs. So today we've got another hotfix update for Dune Awakening. While this one isn't the biggest in terms of sweeping new features, it does bring some really important quality of life changes, stability improvements, and bug fixes that should make your time in the sands a lot smoother. Let's go ahead and break it all down. So first, let's talk about the gameplay adjustments. The volume of Cobalt Paste has now been reduced from 1.0 down to 0.5. This may not sound like a huge change at first, but anyone who crafts or manages storage knows that over time, these volume tweaks do add up. It means your inventory and storage containers will feel a little less cramped when handling Cobalt Paste, which is always welcome when space is at a premium in the desert. Next, the devs have removed the server language indicator from the server browser. Now, while it was originally meant to help players pick servers based on their preferred language, it was often confusing or misleading, especially with international servers. By cleaning up the UI, players can now focus on the important details, like ping and population, without all that extra clutter. And of course, we've got more improvements to server and client stability. These are the invisible fixes you don't always notice right away, but they're absolutely critical. Less crashing, smoother gameplay, and fewer connection hiccups mean the game continues to feel more polished with every patch. Now let's move on to the fixes, which honestly make up the heart of this patch. Starting with the deep desert shield wall landscapes, there were some gaps and visual oddities in the terrain that could break immersion or cause awkward little movements. Those gaps have now been sealed up, making the environment more seamless and natural. There was also a really frustrating bug that has been fixed where starter abilities were resetting back to level 1. Not only was this annoying, but it also caused players to lose skill points that they had already invested in. That's a huge issue if you're trying to progress your character, so it's great to see that this one is resolved. Another big fix is for the dreaded black screen bug. Some players were getting stuck in a free look camera mode on a completely black screen if their travel was refused by the server. This left them unable to play until restarting. That problem should be gone now, saving a lot of frustration when trying to move across the map. On the vehicle side, ground vehicles can now be suspended by patrol ships. It might sound like a small detail, but it brings them in line with the way that other objects interact with patrol ships, adding consistency to how vehicles behave in the game world. There was also a long-standing bug where the detonating deployables would be stuck on cooldown after entering a vehicle, and that has also been addressed. So if you like using traps or explosives, you'll no longer be punished for just hopping into a ride. Now, over in Hagga Basin, some players were spawning under the terrain instead of at the correct respawn point. That's been fixed, so you should now respawn properly without having to fight your way back out of the ground. And lastly, a fix for one of the most infamous problems, falling through the map. Previously, if you clipped through the mesh, you just fall indefinitely into the void, which could be both funny and infuriating. Now, if you do happen to slip through, the game will place you back on solid ground, saving you from an endless desert drop. So now, while this hotfix doesn't add any shiny new content, it does a lot of heavy lifting behind the scenes. Reduced item volumes, better stability, and fixes to progression-breaking bugs all add up to a more reliable and enjoyable experience for everyone. So what do you think, sleepers? Do you prefer these smaller patches that focus on stability and fixes, or are you holding out for bigger updates on the horizon? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, if this breakdown was helpful, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you can keep updated on our latest Dune content. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you out there in the sands. Bye!
Underneath the sun, we ride through the sands with the wind at our backs. We're making our plans. Every dune we conquer, a new memory to keep. Together, my love, we're chasing dreams vast and deep. Hold them tight, let's feel the thrill. Together we're drifting through this desert scene. With laughter and love, we're living a dream. From sunrise to sunset, it's adventures anew. In the heart of the dunes, there's just me and you. The horizon calls us, the adventure awaits. In this buggy we'll wander through all of our fates, with a map in our hearts and the stars as our guide. In this world of survival, there's nothing to hide. We've got each other, that's all we need. here's to the journey with no end in sight. In our buggy we fly into the